I have 30 minutes, but emergency Bulls vid. Unless you've been living under a rock for the past 24 hours, you saw that Donovan Mitchell dropped 71 points in the Chicago Bulls, and all respect to him, give him his flowers, but I'm not here to talk about him. I'm here to talk about the Chicago Bulls of it all. If it isn't already very clear from my Chicago Bulls beanie, I am a big Chicago Bulls fan. You know, 10-year-old little Jared watched Derrick Rose during his MVP season tear him up, and I was like, all right, you know, I'm rooting for them. I like them. I like this guy, and I want his team to win. I didn't actually start consistently watching basketball till around 2015, and when I did, you know, we had some alright playoff games and a fun series or two, but I sat through a lot of dark years, you know. I sat through a lot of Jim Boylan plays, the Jabari Parker interview, Cameron Payne, Cristiano Felicio. I've seen it all. So you can imagine my excitement when we low-key won the offseason last year. I mean, the Lonzo signing was like a foregone conclusion. It wasn't a question if Lonzo Ball was coming to Chicago. It was more a question, are they going to wait to sign him or are they going to trade for him? But like DeMar and Caruso, who saw that coming? So you can imagine how happy I was when like this time last year we were the 1 seed. And, you know, DeMar and Levine were posted on Instagram like, this wasn't supposed to work. Like, you said this wasn't supposed to work. I was like, yeah, you said that. And you know, the Lonzo injury happened, and the StatMuse post happened about us having like the worst record against teams above 500 or something. Like, we had a really bad record against the top seeds, but we did also have like the hardest second half of the season in the NBA and the most injured second half of the season. But I digress. The Vooch trade. The Vooch trade. All right, let's talk about the Vooch trade. It's a tough thing for me to talk about. If you know me, I've been a big Vucevic fan since like 2015, you know? I have been riding the Nikola Vucevic train for years now. And so last year, or 2 years ago, when we traded for him, you know, I didn't like giving up Wendell Carter, but I was like, hey, Nikola Vucevic on the Bulls? This rocks. We got an all-star center next to Zach LaVine. We got 2 all-stars. And, you know, he was good for 3 months. I don't want to blow it up, you know? I'm in this, like, weird camp of Bulls fandom where I know we need to blow it up, but I'm also, like, okay if we're just a play-in team, because it's fun to watch Zach LaVine in the playoffs, and Zach LaVine is my favorite player, and I would hate for us to trade Zach LaVine. But it definitely might be time. You know, we're middle of the pack in offense and defense. I checked like a few days ago. I don't remember what it actually was, but I think we were 16th and 17th in offense and defensive rating, which just isn't great, you know? And in like the sense of like me saying, I don't really know if we should blow it up. I say that, but also I don't really know how much longer this team's timeline is. I kind of thought during the offseason, this is the last year, like this season right now is the last year that we could be good. And by good, I mean like a 3 seed who makes it to the second round of the playoffs. Of course, not actual title contenders, probably. And I don't want to like discredit DeMar because he's already exceeding expectations this year. He exceeded expectations last year. And I thought like, all right, you know, he played like an MVP last year. So much fun, but he's gonna cool down this year, be like 24 point per game guy. And he's still hanging around like I think 26, 27, 26 and a half. Yeah. Like he's still playing nearly as good as he was playing last year, which is a main reason that we're in the play-in hunt, which sucks to go from the 1 seed hunt to the play-in hunt, but you know, maybe we see what a core of Io, Dalen Terry, and Patrick Williams can do, huh? Let's see what they're made of. Maybe it's time to Sam Presti this, you know? You can get 2 or 3 picks for Levine, probably. Maybe a pick for DeMar. Easily a pick for Caruso. Javonte Green is sneakily one of the best role players in the NBA. And although NBA fans don't really know that, NBA GMs definitely do, and they would be willing to probably give up like a solid young player for him, especially considering he's on like basically a minimum. Maybe you just cut your losses with Vooch, you know, maybe you just ride out the season with him. I don't really think there's any trade partners on like Brooklyn who wants his inefficient 12 to 15 points and like 16 rebounds. But like I said, maybe we do it. Let's see what these young guys can do, you know? Let's see what Dalen Terry's made of, you know? Let's see what Paw Patrol, let's see what you just got beat by Paw Patrol can do. I, for one, would still pay for League Pass if we started giving Ayo Dosunmu more shots, you know? Give him 20 shots a night. Let's see what he can do. He's already awesome. Just make him the guy, you know? Let's do it.